Imagine paying for a blazing fast internet plan, only to get painfully slow Wi-Fi in your bedroom. So you buy a Wi-Fi extender, you plug it in, and somehow, your internet becomes even slower. Sound familiar? Here's the shocking part. Most people aren't using their Wi-Fi extender the way it was designed. And that one mistake can cut your internet speed almost in half. Today I'll show you the difference between a Wi-Fi extender and a Wi-Fi repeater, why so many people lose speed, where your extender should actually go, and one setup that instantly gives dramatically better performance. Let's get started. Wi-Fi signals don't magically travel through walls. Every wall, every floor, every closed door, every large appliance weakens your wireless signal. By the time the signal reaches the far end of your home, it's already struggling. That's why you experience buffering videos, lag during gaming, video calls freezing, slow downloads, dead zones. Many people assume the solution is simple. Just buy a Wi-Fi extender, but that's where the first mistake begins. Here's something many companies don't explain very well. The words Wi-Fi extender, Wi-Fi repeater, Wi-Fi booster, Wi-Fi amplifier are often used interchangeably, but they don't always work the same way. Understanding this difference is the key to getting better speeds. Let's break it down. Imagine two friends standing very far apart. One friend shouts a message. The second friend hears it, then shouts it again. That's exactly how a Wi-Fi repeater works. It listens to your existing Wi-Fi signal, then broadcasts it again. Seems helpful. But there's a hidden problem. The repeater can only repeat what it receives. If the signal reaching the repeater is already weak, the repeated signal will also be weak. Even worse, the repeater spends time receiving data, then transmitting the same data again. That extra step introduces more delay and often reduces your available bandwidth. In many situations, users notice much slower download speeds compared to connecting directly to the router. Now imagine something different. Instead of repeating a weak wireless signal, you connect the device directly to your router using an Ethernet cable. Now the extender isn't relying on Wi-Fi anymore. It receives full-speed internet through the cable, then creates an entirely new Wi-Fi network in another part of your home. Think of it as installing another router exactly where you need better coverage. Because the data travels through a wired connection before becoming Wi-Fi again, performance is often much faster and more stable than using wireless repeating alone. This setup is commonly called access point mode, and many Wi-Fi extenders support it. Here's what most people do. They place the extender inside the room where Wi-Fi barely works. It feels logical, but it's actually the worst location. Remember, the extender needs a strong signal before it can share that signal with other devices. If it only receives one weak bar, it has almost nothing useful to rebroadcast. It's like trying to copy a blurry photo. Every copy becomes worse. Instead, place the repeater roughly halfway between your router and the area with poor coverage. That way, it receives a much stronger signal and has a much better connection to extend. Let's compare both setups. Wireless repeater receives Wi-Fi wirelessly, repeats Wi-Fi wirelessly. Simple to install, but usually slower. Higher latency. Performance depends heavily on placement. Now compare that to a wired extender in access point mode. Receives internet through Ethernet. Creates fresh Wi-Fi. Much lower latency. Better stability. Higher speeds. Less interference. If running one Ethernet cable is possible, it is usually the better long-term solution. Many people think their internet provider is slowing them down. Sometimes, that's not the real problem. Every wireless transmission shares the available airtime. When one radio has to receive, then immediately transmit the same information. Efficiency drops. The more wireless hops your data travels through, the more opportunities there are for interference, delays, and reduced performance. That's why simply adding more repeaters doesn't necessarily make your network faster. In some cases, it can make things worse. Use a wireless repeater if you cannot run Ethernet cables. You only need basic browsing. You want the easiest installation. Use a wired extender or access point if you work from home. You stream 4K videos. You play online games. You transfer large files. You want maximum speed and stability. The extra effort of running one Ethernet cable can make a noticeable difference. There's another option becoming increasingly popular: Mesh WiFi. Instead of relying on one router, multiple mesh units work together to provide seamless coverage across your home. Your phone automatically connects to the strongest node as you move around. No manually switching networks. No confusing extender names. No dead zones in many homes. However, mesh systems generally cost more than a basic extender. For larger homes or multi-story buildings, they can be a worthwhile investment. Before buying new equipment, try these simple improvements. Move your router into a more central location. Keep it away from thick concrete walls. Avoid placing it behind TVs or inside cabinets. Raise it off the floor. Use the 5 GHz band when you're nearby for higher speeds. Use the 2.4 GHz band when you need longer range. Update your router's firmware regularly. These small changes alone can noticeably improve Wi-Fi performance. Let's recap. A wireless repeater is convenient, but it depends entirely on receiving a strong Wi-Fi signal. Place it too far away, and your internet speed can drop dramatically. A wired extender operating in access point mode creates a fresh Wi-Fi network and usually delivers much better performance. And if your home needs reliable coverage everywhere, a mesh Wi-Fi system may be the best long-term solution. The good news? You don't always need faster internet. Sometimes, you just need a smarter setup. If this video helped you understand why your Wi-Fi isn't performing the way you expected, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more practical technology tips. And I'll see you in the next video.